welcome all to another episode of your favorite podcast. Targo, you look like you're feeling good, my man.
Oh, man. So going a little bit of off script here, first day of the NFL. Obviously, us being football fans, we are fans of all kinds of football in every form. So, yep, went and got a little toasty at the bar earlier today.
Oh, good. This is called Brews and Banter. So,
I've had the brews and I'm ready for some banter, my man. Let's get to it.
And some more brews.
And some more brews. What are you drinking?
We'll
see
get
the can
there in
there.
a second. We'll get there in a second. Hold your
I'm
horses.
asking you.
Damn.
I can't, man. I see the can in your picture. It's a little
Right,
Sasquatch.
off script. We're going off script. All right. All right, today I'm drinking Hopworks Abominable Fresh Hop Ale. This is a India-style red ale. So a mix of a red ale and an IPA.
The verdict, my man. The can is sweet looking. Little angry face there. Love it.
Little Abominable Snowman action. Yeah.
Abominable Snow Can.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, let me know how it tastes, man. Is it good? Is it bad? Drink again. Out of 10.
It's interesting. I've never had an India style red ale, but I've had lots of red ales and lots of India style pale ales.
Pale ales, yeah.
Yeah. Better known as an IPA, but this one it's interesting. I did not think it would be light and crisp with the finish of a red ale, because that's what it has.
It's light and crisp
it's very good, and I don't know how to react right now.
It's very good. That's a good sign, I would say.
It's very good. I'd go 8 out of 10. Would drink again.
Would drink again? Would buy again?
Yeah, I would. It's good.
Okay.
How about you, my friend? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking 7 C's.
Way to drag out the S there. That's good.
It is a Kolsch. Can't see that with that glare from the light, but it is a Kolsch.
It's a Kolsch. I can see it.
It's a Kolsch. We'll see how it goes down.
All right.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've had that one. It is really good.
That's a damn good beer. Yeah. That's a good beer.
Can't go wrong with a Kolsch, and 7 C's makes a damn good one.
That is a damn good beer. I'm not usually I've had terrible Kolsch's, but I've also had...
There are some.
There are some terrible Kolsch's out there, but this is a damn good Kolsch. Like 8.5, 9 out of 10.
It's very rare that we both get a beer that we would drink again, let alone rate above an 8. So let's just say this is going to be a good episode. So without further ado, my friend, let's get to it.
That's a good beer. By real fans, for real fans. Brews and Banter FC coming at you.
Yes, sir. So today, we are going to cover pretty much everything that happened over the short international break, because we're back into club football. Matchweek 5 preview. Ballon D'Or reactions.
That matters.
Our first power rankings of the season. And to finish it all off with the cherry on top of the ice cream, on top of the whipped cream, on top of the cake, our Fab 5 games to watch. On top of the
keg, not the cake, on top of the keg.
Keg.
Because we're Brews and Banter.
And Banter. So Fab 5 games to watch and an extra one. So it's 6 today.
Ooh.
So make sure you check out our social media platforms. We got Facebook, our Facebook group. Lots of stuff happening over there. Instagram, our TikTok, our YouTube channel. That way you can see our pretty faces and Tyler's reaction to every bad pick I make and every good pick I make.
This might be a heated This might be a heated episode with our power
Yeah.
rankings here. We'll see. I
Spoiler
don't know.
alert. Spoiler alert.
It might be
Make sure
heated.
make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure to give us 5 stars on all of your favorite social media platforms, and check out our Redbubble. Got some pretty awesome merch on there. Not gonna lie.
If you're a baller, I think you'd
Like
like our Redbubble account.
Right. All right, Targo. Those are our brews. Let's get to some banter.
Oh, let's get to it, my man.
With some news. Arsenal's Thomas Partey is set to be out 3 months after yet another injury, according to Ben Jacobs.
Good. Maybe their defense will play better.
Right. Maybe they'll actually play a solid back four.
Maybe it'll be the same back four as last season, and they could win some games.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. Come on, Arsenal.
More Arsenal news. Former club record transfer Nicola Pepe has left Arsenal. He's moved to Trabzonspor. I guess that's how you pronounce it.
Somewhere in, was it Galatasaray?
Turkey.
Turkey, yeah.
Yep. Last Friday on a free transfer, adding to the multitude of canceled contracts from Arsenal. But I do have a question to ask you, because I'm going to ask it.
Okay, ask it.
Should he be considered one of the most expensive flops of all time?
He is up there.
Or is he even a flop?
He is up there. He has to be considered a flop, first off.
Okay.
He is a huge flop. He was their most expensive signing. I will say, if you actually look at his stats and goals, assists, not the most terrible compared to, say, an Antony or Jadon Sancho, or both of them combined. Just saying, go look at it. But yes,
I'll give you the stats. I'll give you the stats right now.
Okay, give it to me, man.
Nicola Pepe had 112 appearances, 27 goals and 21 assists in all competitions for Arsenal.
Okay.
Jadon Sancho and Antony combined. Which, let me add, they are double the price of Nicola Pepe combined. 130 appearances, 20 goals, 9 assists combined. And Nicola Pepe hasn't played for Arsenal since October of 2021.
You were just like waiting for me to reference that, weren't you? You had that.
I didn't know
ready
you were going
to go on your computer screen.
I have it right there.
You had that freaking ready, my man. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I did. Yeah. Way to be on the same track here.
You like set me up for that one. I just led us right to it.
You lobbed it up, and I was just sitting there ready to hit it right out of the park.
You did. But yeah, so excluding those two, yes, still a lot of money, and he's going away for free, pretty much. Am I right?
Yeah. I mean, it's good for Arsenal to get his wages off the books, but other than that, I was kind of hoping that they would keep him, use him more as a backup.
See if he could do anything. Yeah.
At least, maybe some retribution for him.
Something. Score 2 goals, make us happy. But yeah, big flop. Could have get him off. So long. Good luck, Nicolas Pepe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. To pretty much the only big transfer news of the end of the Saudi Arabian transfer window, and it was Real Betis's Luis Felipe joined Al Ittihad for 25 million euros.
Luis, left back, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yep.
He's a left back? And yes. I think he played at Chelsea at some point?
Yep. You are correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And following this transfer, because it's not all sunshine and rainbows over there, apparently, because they signed him, they didn't register one transfer they got from Chelsea in Jota. They didn't register him for their league season because they have too many players that are non-Saudi players. So foreign players.
Not from Chelsea. I think he's from Celtic, correct?
Yes, he's from Celtic, but Al Ittihad did not register him after spending, I think it was like 30 million on him. So he doesn't get to play in their regular season games because they signed too many international.
That's what you get for going to Saudi Arabia. I have no love for any of those players.
I thought it was
they
fun.
Get what they deserve. Collect your millions, probably not even having to play.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Lavish lifestyle, get fat, be Eden Hazard reincarnated.
Go eat your cheeseburgers or whatever.
Drink your beer, eat your cheeseburgers, because we certainly do. So come join us.
We do, my man. And guess what? No one cares about us, so I don't care about you.
Well, let's switch
Banter
to
coming
someone
in hot this episode.
right? Let's switch to people that everybody else actually cares about. Neymar has officially passed Pele.
We care about him still? Oh god.
Yeah, well, up until recently, I guess. What time is it? I don't know yet. He officially passed Pele as Brazil's top scorer in all competitions, scored 2 goals in their 5-1 win over Bolivia, taking his career tally to 79, which is 2 more than Pele.
Whoop-de-doo, Basil. I mean...
what does it all mean?
Okay. He's the most decorated goal scorer for Brazil. Let me ask you, is he even the top 3 best players for Brazil?
I don't think I would go top 5.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He's top goal scorer for Brazil. And
no one cares. I mean,
he's not better than Pele.
I
Ronaldo?
would put it in
No.
No.
Rivaldo? Ronaldinho?
No. Roberto Carlos even. No.
I mean, that's what I'm
and
saying.
That's almost 5 players in the last 25 years.
So when you think of a top goal scorer for a country, usually they're the best of that country to ever live.
You got Olivier Giroud as well.
Don't get me started on Olivier, better than Neymar. Giroud. But yeah, I mean, good for Neymar. He's a top goal scorer Brazil. He has that accolade because he has nothing else.
Not really.
Except for being a PSG player and
second fiddle to everybody his entire
career. Second fiddle to third fiddle to Suarez and Messi at Barcelona.
Third fiddle to Messi and Mbappe at PSG.
Yeah. At least he can be the highest paid player in Saudi Arabia. Woohoo!
Yeah, he's got that and the most expensive transfer of all time. So, you know.
He's got that. You're not wrong, man.
And I don't know if that will ever be broken.
But I will give him some credit. He's a fantastic player, but huge but.
Yeah.
He's not even, like you said, top 5 in Brazil. But let us know, who are the top 5 players to come out of Brazil? Obviously, Pele's number 1. Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, maybe Neymar next? I don't know.
Roberto Carlos, Zico,
Romario?
I could keep going. Maybe he's not in the top 10.
That's a tough country to play soccer in.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of tough countries to play soccer in, Germany's Hansi Flick has been fired as coach of the German national team following their 4-1 thumping by Japan.
Oh my god! This is literally today. I was flipping through the international friendly. It's like, no shit. Germany, you really got thumped by Japan?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, it compounds the sadness for that German national team, looking like Bayern Munich without a striker.
They got knocked out of the group. There.
Yeah, well, you know my opinion.
I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea how this team played. I didn't watch the lineups. Nothing. This is all my hearsay, but
they played like crap. They got killed on the counterattack. Couldn't finish any chances. Well, one chance. But they were knocked out of the group stages of the World Cup in 2022, and they've lost their last 5 games. So, I mean, with the standards of Germany, you would think he would be. Julian Nagelsmann, clear favorite to take over for him. Is there anybody else?
Our bells ringing for Germany because they're usually just, I mean, honestly, when you go to a World Cup, Germany always put up a top class team. They just always do.
Isn't that the second World Cup in a row that they've gone out in the group stages, though?
No, I don't think it was in a row. I think they skipped one. Okay. But there was a World Cup where, yes, they did bad.
Yeah, they haven't been towards favorites in a while, which is not good for Germany because they're usually up there.
They are. They are definitely one of the... I mean, they're one of the favorites usually, like you said. Yeah. Let's see if they can get there now.
The problems for Manchester United just keep compounding. Sofiane Amrabat suffered an injury while on international duty for Morocco. He's supposed to be out at least a couple of weeks, but there's no actual timetable for how long he will be out.
A couple weeks isn't bad.
No, it's
couple
not.
Games, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to miss him because he hasn't played any games for him, but they're already
Right,
short
there
in
you
the
go.
midfield. So. And then Manchester United have given Antony a leave of absence following recent events surrounding the 21-year-old winger. They will continue to pay his wages while he figures everything out. So I will give a round of applause to Manchester United. That is a class move.
Yeah, all I can say to Anthony is figure it out.
Figure
What
it
are
out.
you doing?
Yeah.
What's going on,
Figure it
man?
out. Speaking of figuring it out,
they're never
good. To bring all of our news to a close on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's finally happened. Luis Rubiales has officially resigned as president of the Spanish Football Association.
2 months later.
It was like, how many things need to happen for this guy to resign? Honestly.
Bro, this should have happened so long ago.
Like the day
His
after.
mom had to take a goddamn hunger strike. Like, what kind of times are we living in?
I don't know. And I'm not even going to
get out of here, go disappear into nothingness, and let this be the end of you.
Amen to that. Switching gears then, on that note, there was a Ballon D'Or shortlist released last week.
Do we know who's going to win?
Do we know who's going to win? I don't know. There's a couple other trophies. I don't know who's going to win.
But kind of football geniuses, so we might.
Yeah, I know. I'd like to give our favorites for each award, but before we do that, because I'm still salty 20 years later, this year's edition is the 20th anniversary of what is widely considered the biggest robbery in Ballon D'Or
Not even
history.
the biggest robbery.
It is.
It's the second biggest.
Nedved.
It is the second biggest.
It's the biggest to me because
second biggest
Nedved with 14 goals and 7
bias.
assists, not even a World Cup final or Champions League final appearance, was picked over Thierry Henry, who scored 32 goals and had 28 assists that season. And I don't know if anyone will ever break that record of assists in a season. I know.
Hold on. Yeah. Autograph picture.
To Tyler. Love Thierry.
So, I have an autograph picture from Thierry Henry.
Yeah.
And it is still not the biggest jip in Ballon d'Or, whatever you want to say, history. It's still Robert Lewandowski, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, Go back and listen to previous episodes, and you will get a full, detailed 20-minute explanation of why that is true.
Yeah, I wish I had noted which episode so you wouldn't have to dig through them, but
I know. Hold on, let me put that back up there with my headphones.
You can turn around, man. It's okay.
I got it. Headphones are pulling me.
Don't drop it. Okay. Let's get into, let's start with the best under 21 player or the Copa Award. Our nominations are Rasmus Højlund, Alejandro Balde, Pedri, Eduardo Camavinga, Xavi Simons, Jude Bellingham. We got Musiala, Gavi, Antonio Silva, and Eli Wahi. Can you pick a top three?
Of course I can pick a top three.
Pretty easy.
I gotta ask though, why is Rasmus Højlund in there?
I don't know.
So obviously number one is going to be Jude Bellingham. Duh.
Yeah. Duh.
Second,
Jamal Musiala. Duh.
Yeah. Duh. Jamal Musiala.
Now,
so I will admit,
the third is a little bit
I had a hard time with the third.
I did. I did.
So I went back and forth between a couple players, between Gavi or Eduardo Camavinga.
The Swiss Army knife. French Army knife.
I think I'm going to give it to Camavinga. The Swiss Army knife, like you said, dude. The guy's playing left back, midfield, winger, whatever you want from him. Goalie? He'll do it.
Hardly ever a bad performance either.
He will do it. And so, it's Camavinga in third, Musiala, and then it has to... Like, if you guys disagree with Jude Bellingham at number one, you're smoking something, and
I would love to know your reasoning behind it.
You need to get off that. If you don't agree with us, let us know, please.
Yeah,
and then
I'd love
we
to
will
hear the argument
change your mind.
because it's wrong.
It's wrong. How do you not think Jude Bellingham?
Right? For me, it was
Especially
tough,
after
man.
this season.
It was tough picking a third player because, I mean, Gavi had such a good season. Pedri had a fantastic season, but he missed half of it.
He missed so much. That's why I
Yeah.
couldn't put him in there.
That's why I couldn't either. I did a surprising pick, though.
You
I'm
did.
gonna have to go Alejandro Balde, man. Guy came onto the scene. He's a teenager and essentially transformed that Barcelona defense.
He did. And then also, I'm going to just throw a little argument for Jamal Musiala, who they don't agree he should be number 2. He single-handedly won Bayern Munich the Bundesliga.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yep.
One, scored the winning goal, got them to Bundesliga. So if you disagree with that, you are also wrong.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
On to the Ashton Award for Best Goalkeeper. We got Yossine Bonu, Magic Mike Mannion, Andre Onana, Ederson, Brice Samba, Thibaut Courtois, Livakovic, Emi Martinez, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, and Aaron Ramsdale.
Oh, he got in there, huh?
He got in there.
Over
so top
Alisson.
3, Cargo. Top 3.
Okay, top 3. So this one's a little bit different. This one, I don't know if it's going to be biased towards the World Cup. Could be. I feel like it's usually biased towards Champions League.
Or both.
Or both. I don't know.
Well,
honestly,
why else
the best
would Onana be in it than the Champions League?
But I mean, let's be honest. The best goalkeeper was Marc-Andre Ter Stegen.
100%. 100%.
He was the best last season. Barcelona's defense won them La Liga. Did he break the record? I don't even know. I know he was close to breaking the record.
Yeah, I think he tied it.
I don't think he quite did. Yeah,
competitions, but I don't think he broke the La Liga record.
So it's got to be him, man. If you want a number 2 and 3, I mean, I don't care. Ederson and maybe Thibaut Courtois. Sure.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go more logically than emotionally on this one because there's 3 goalies in the Ballon d'Or men's shortlist, and I'm gonna pick them for my top 3 because usually that's why.
You know how the Ballon d'Or is logically.
Logically, yeah, I do. But as far as nominations go, it's usually points towards something. So, because of the World Cup, Emi Martinez.
Do you believe that, or are you just saying that?
Again, this is more based on the 3 goalies that are in the shortlist.
In your heart of hearts,
okay.
do you believe he's the best goalkeeper in the world?
Let me just go through the 3 that are on the shortlist, then I'll go with my actual brain and heart here. Okay. Yossine Bonu and Andre Onana round out the 3 that are in the men's shortlist.
I don't know how.
This was all based on they're the only ones in the shortlist for the actual Ballon d'Or. But my heart says, Ter Stegen, number 1. Easy.
Is he not?
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a second. Actually, I'm going to fuck it. I'm going to blow it up. He is the biggest absentee from their Ballon d'Or. He is not in it. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, man. That's just bullshit. I'm pissed off about it. I'm done ranting. Go ahead.
All right. I mean, if you want to do it, call an audible, we can just go right to that and come back.
It's so bullshit.
Because I mean, not just him, man. This list is crazy. They snubbed Marcus Rashford. I don't know how. Rafael Leao's not on the list either. Rodrigo's not on the list.
How about a guy who tied for clean sheets ever in La Liga?
Right? And then, yes, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, biggest snub, 100%.
That is my biggest snub. I'm sorry. I had to jump the ship. It pisses me off. At least be on the short list, man.
Me too. But, yeah, I mean, if I'm going to go with my heart, Ter Stegen's got to win the Yashin Award.
He should.
Why else would you leave him off Ballon d'Or voting? I don't understand.
How much bullshit is that if he wins this Yashin and then is not on the Ballon d'Or short list? Like, what? Right? 0 sense.
Yeah.
Can we take over this best voting and make it real?
Right? Like, let's just vote now. The men's shortlist is Bernardo Silva, Randall Colomwani, Jude Bellingham, Bukayo Saka, Kevin De Bruyne, Mohamed Salah, Jamal Musiala, Karim Benzema, Andre Onana, Josko Gvardiol, Rodri, Kavica Kvaratskhelia, Emi Martinez, Ruben Diaz, Nico Barella, Erling Haaland, Martin Odegaard, Ilkay Gundogan, Vinny Jr., Yassine Bonu, Julian Alvarez, Lionel Messi, Robert Lewandowski, Kylian Mbappe, Antoine Griezmann, Lautaro Martinez, Harry Kane, Kim Min-jae, Victor Osimhen, and Luka Modric. Whew!
That's a lot.
After that. It's 30 players.
Yassine Bonu is over Marc-Andre Ter Stegen.
And Marcus
Not
Rashford.
only that, why is Josko Gvardiol in there?
Because he helped Croatia get to the semifinals? I don't know.
Lose to Argentina?
Yeah.
Because he got turned inside out from Lionel Messi?
Yeah, I don't.
Why is he in there? Get out.
Some of these picks make no sense to me. What did Nico Barella do besides help Inter get to the Champions League final?
I don't know. He's a good
win any
player.
trophies.
Obviously, you know I'm a big Nicolo Barella fan.
I am too. But
a
compared to
Ballon D'Or
everybody else,
shortlist?
What do you do?
Not enough to be on there, man.
Andre Onana. Why? It makes no sense to me.
Champions League final, apparently.
Okay. Cool. It still makes no sense to me. Yeah, other than that, I guess a lot of these make sense besides those two. Except for Marc-Andre Ter Stegen and Marcus Rashford not being on there. So. All right, Targo. Before we get into our top 3 or top 5, I just want to first talk about what a testament to how good Manchester City was last season. They had 7 players of the 30 Ballon d'Or. If you count Gvardiol, it's 8.
No shit, dude. They won a treble.
Yeah. I'm just saying, what a testament to their season. It's more than half of their starting lineup is in the Ballon d'Or voting. I'm just saying. All right. Top 3, Targo. Top 3? And then give me your 2 on the outside and a dark horse.
Top 3, obviously, are going to be Messi, Erling Haaland. I got to go Kevin De Bruyne, man. KDB, best midfielder in the world. They've been the
favorites for about 6 months now.
They are. I mean, it's kind of no surprise. And so, kind of my outside ones, Kylian Mbappe is obviously an outside one. But honestly, this guy, dude, I'm such a fan of this player. Just his professionalism, the way he plays, it's got to be Rodri.
Yeah.
I am such a fan of Rodri.
He's such a cool customer, the whole game.
You know, no and the thing is, we saw how much those types of players are going for this transfer window, this summer transfer window.
Declan Rice.
Declan Rice, Paulinho, Moises Caicedo. I mean, 100 mil plus. Rodri is the creme de la creme, man. He is the best of them all in the world in that position. What would he go for if someone were to actually try to bid for him?
Nothing.
215? 250?
Nothing.
I don't know.
Manchester City won't sell him. He will retire as a Manchester City player.
He will. It's going to be like Fernandinho, where he was there for however many years.
I was just going to say, not to mention the fact that he replaced Fernandinho, who replaced Yaya Toure. Pep Guardiola's scouting of defensive midfielders is the greatest of all time.
And it's such an important position.
100%.
But dark horse, man, I gotta go for, honestly, Harry Kane. He scored 30-plus goals for pardon my French, a shit Tottenham team, man. Last season, they were shit.
Why, thank you.
And Harry Kane just fucking scored goal after goal after goal for them. If they didn't have Harry Kane, they would have got fucking relegated.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Pretty close.
I mean, they got Ange this year, and I will give credit to Tottenham. They're playing fantastic, and honestly look like
Kane.
And they look like a top 3 team. Not gonna lie, but last year,
yes. Last year, no.
Oh, without Harry Kane, you guys would have been up shit river without a paddle, man. As I
Flushed it slightly.
pat my personal jersey, but I try
Yeah.
to be as unbiased as I can. What can I say?
Yeah. Well, I will say, Targo, I have the same top 5 as you.
Do you really?
Yeah.
No, I thought you didn't have Harry Kane on there.
No, Dark Horse is different, but everything
Okay.
else is the same. I mean, you got Messi, you got Haaland. Top 2 favorites, easy. Kevin De Bruyne, easy. Third, Rodri's got to be fourth. He has to. And then, I still can't believe Kylian Mbappe has never made the podium for the Ballon d'Or vote.
Well, get out of fucking France, dude. Go to Real Madrid and do something.
He didn't
Win a
even make the
Champions League.
podium when he won the World Cup. I'm just saying. Anyway.
I guess that's something. You're not wrong. I guess he should have been up there that year.
I'm going to go with my dark horse is the guy who won every trophy known to man last season, Julian Alvarez. And still scored 20 goals in the calendar year. On the bench.
The guy is a super sub. The guy is a super sub, man.
Yeah, I've seen articles of him being overrated, and I'm like, are you fucking high? Like, what is wrong with you? Pardon my French. Yeah. So, those are our Ballon d'Or rankings. At the moment you've all been waiting for our long awaited return of our power rankings. All right, Targo, top 10. And I'm going to start it with a firecracker that you'd never think you'd ever hear out of my mouth. Tottenham Hotspur at number 10.
Oh.
Sorry. I almost had a heart attack there. 11 goals scored, 4 conceded, 3 wins, 1 draw. They've beat Manchester United comfortably. They're not the only team to do that, but, They drew Brentford, which is their only blight. Otherwise, they'd be higher on my list if they'd beaten Brentford.
But they drew Brentford at Brentford, which is a tough place to go.
Number 9, Barcelona.
Barca's your number 9.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a heads up. Barca is also my number 9.
No. Well, great minds think alike. For me, it's mostly because they drew to Getafe. It's one of the worst. Yeah.
That was a hard, tough WWE style match. It was rough.
I've seen the refereeing in that one, and it was atrocious as well. A lot of cards.
It's the way they're winning. It's the way they're winning for me.
Yes.
It's all close. Their defense is not as good as last year. And so they're your number 9. They're also my number 9.
Yeah, 4 goals conceded, 8 goals scored. They did beat Osasuna and Villarreal. And that Villarreal game, man, what a game that was.
Game to watch.
Yeah. Number 8.
Close.
Liverpool,
you're number 8.
Number 8. 9 goals scored, 3 conceded. They beat Newcastle, but the game that always ends in a draw, they drew Chelsea, which, based off of Chelsea's recent results, is the only reason Liverpool is not higher on my list. Because Chelsea sucks. They'd probably be in my power rankings of worst teams in Europe.
Got it.
Number 7, Arsenal.
Arsenal are your number 7, okay.
Yes, and I'll tell you why. It's the draw to Fulham. I can't get over it. I can't believe they drew them. I can't believe they let in the first goal, and I can't believe Bukayo Saka made an error that badly. Because he doesn't do that. Good on Fulham, but if Manchester City hadn't just beaten them 5-1, Arsenal probably would be higher. So, same as Barcelona, they got 8 goals scored and 4 conceded, but they did beat Manchester United 3-1.
Hey, don't forget they won the Community Shield.
Oh yeah, they did that too. They have
beat Man City. Already.
Number 6, AC Milan. Yes, I know you're surprised that I don't have them higher.
I'm not too far off.
They're also not my highest ranked Italian team.
They're not mine either.
Yes. They beat Roma comfortably. Scoreline doesn't say that, but they did. 3 wins, 3 games.
Undefeated.
8 goals scored, 2 conceded. So one of the best defenses in all of the Serie A. Number 5, your boys in Bayer Leverkusen. God, they look good. They
You're
are
gonna
so
hate me.
fun to watch. I'm not going to hate you.
You're gonna hate me for I have them on my list.
Probably.
I'm telling you, I
Probably.
don't have them that high.
But they beat RB Leipzig and Borussia Mönchengladbach.
They did.
Yeah, they've scored
Good
the most
job.
goals in the Bundesliga with 11 and only conceded 3. Just above them, I have Bayern Munich.
Number
4.
4?
Yep, number 4, Bayern Munich. Because they really haven't faced many teams that are good. They played Borussia Mönchengladbach, beat them. So did Leverkusen. Otherwise, I think I would have them higher. Because Harry Kane is already off to the races for them. And they got the striker they finally needed.
And they lost RB Leipzig in the DFB Pokal.
They did.
I will say, a lot of ours are just like one position.
Well, then I'm guessing this next one is pretty close too. Because my number 3 is Inter Milan. Judging by the look on your face, I would say it's pretty close.
Pretty close.
The reason why they're so high, one, they beat the was that Europa Conference League finalists from last year.
They did handedly 4-0.
4-0. But not only that, they haven't let in a goal at all this year.
I know. That's crazy.
They got rid of
0 goals against.
signed Jan Sommer, and still have let in 0 goals, and they've scored 8. Number 2, shouldn't surprise anybody, Real Madrid. Jude Bellingham is looking like he's making La Liga look easy. He really is.
So obviously our number 2 and 1 are going to be the same.
Yeah. Number 1, Manchester City.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna put stats down or any reasoning. They're number 1 until somebody knocks them off.
You know they're
Period.
number 1.
Period. Until someone beats them and stays above them, they will be my number 1. Hands down. So that's my top 10. How about you, Targo?
My top 10. Okay. So ours are very similar, but slightly different. Just slightly. So my number 10, I put Bayer Leverkusen at number 10.
Wow.
And so, yes, they beat RB Leipzig, Borussia Mönchengladbach, and Darmstadt. They have the most goals, 4. But the only reason I have them so low is I feel like the teams above them would beat them.
Okay.
If I'm being honest.
Okay.
And so I already mentioned my number 9 is also Barca.
Yeah.
I feel like Barcelona would beat Bayer Leverkusen.
We'll see with the amount of goals they're letting in this season. I don't know.
And so that's why they're number 9, is the amount of goals they're letting in, man. Last season, they were built on that defense, not letting goals in. This year, it doesn't look like that. They're relying on a 16-year-old on that right wing to create.
I mean, I will give them credit. He is the next up-and-coming prodigy.
Phenomenal player, don't get me wrong. But you cannot put that on a 16-year-old.
No.
You can't.
No. Unless his name is Lionel Messi. No, you can't.
And so my number 8, again, one spot off from yours, is Tottenham Hotspur.
Wow.
The way they've been playing.
2 spots. They're my
2 spots, okay. So the way they've been playing, man, is freaking fantastic. They tied Brentford. They beat United, though, Bournemouth and Burnley. And for me, it's the loss to Fulham in the Carabao Cup, which is why they're number 8. But they've got 11 goals scored in the Premier League, which is tied for second most.
Yeah.
So get rid of the Tottenham a few years back. This Tottenham team is about scoring goals, and they are fun to watch.
Sorry, my ears are bleeding.
They are, but it sucks. But yes, it's true.
No, it's just because you said Tottenham is fun to watch.
They are, though.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but my ears are still bleeding.
But my number 7 team is Liverpool.
Yeah.
So they drew to Chelsea in that opening game and then beat Bournemouth, Newcastle, and Aston Villa.
Yeah.
But it's got to be, man, that comeback. The comeback against Newcastle. Down 1-0 with 10 men? Like, come on.
They might be the best team in the world with 10 men. Like,
you can
they
pick
look better than with 11. I don't understand it.
I don't know if Manchester City could have done that with 10 men. Maybe?
No, I don't think so. Now with Kevin De Bruyne out.
I'm an Arsenal fan, obviously, but Arsenal would not have come back from
Arsenal looked haphazard.
They would not have come back from that at all. So credit to Liverpool coming back, 10 men, beat Newcastle at Newcastle. Fantastic. They're my number 7. My number 6, ironically, is Arsenal.
Well, at least you still have them above Liverpool and Tottenham. So that's
do. Honestly, I think for me, it's the Community Shield win against Manchester City. Like, yes, kind of a lucky last-minute goal to get the draw to go to PKs, but they still beat Manchester City. They got that little dinner plate that they get.
It's not little.
It's not little, but it's a dinner plate. And they beat Forest.
Like a serving tray.
Yeah, it is a serving tray. But it's their games, honestly, they've won. They beat Forest barely. Beat Palace barely.
With 10 men. Yeah.
With 10 men. They didn't even beat Fulham. They drew them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they beat Manchester United, which was a very close game until the very end. It was not, the scoreline doesn't do it justice.
No, I think the scoreline does, though, because they dominated the majority of the match.
But they didn't create many chances.
Not clear-cut, unless you count Kai Havertz. You're right.
Missing very obvious opportunities.
I don't think
honestly,
he even
that
missed
one
it.
Bukayo Saka miss.
He whiffed it.
But again, they didn't make Onana work.
No.
And so it was a close game until the very end. And honestly, you and I watching it thought for a second, oh shit, Man United are going to win this game when Garnacho scored that goal, but it came back to offsides.
Yeah.
So they're my number 6, Arsenal. Number 5 is AC Milan, who are 3-0 in Serie A. They beat Bologna, Torino, and Roma. 2 goals scored against, and they're looking good. Perfect in Serie A.
Yeah. Best transfer window in all of Europe.
So they have to be on my list. And right above them is their Milan rivals, Inter, who beat Monza, Cagliari, and Fiorentina. But man, it's like you said, 0 goals against.
They got rid of their goalie, which most people thought, oh, how are you going to recover from this? They signed Jan Sommer and have looked better, quite honestly.
But 0. So I'll be honest, I have not watched Inter Milan game. I've watched highlights of Inter Milan.
I'll tell you what, spoiler alert, I will watch their next one.
I'm going to watch their next one, yes. Because I have watched a couple AC Milan games.
Yeah, same.
Biased American, got to watch Christian Pulisic and see if Yunus Musa gets to play, but
right.
But Inter Milan, 0 goals against. That's something to say right there.
Mm-hmm.
On its own. Number 3, Bayern Munich.
No arguments here.
Perfect in Bundesliga. They have that one loss in DFB Pokal against RB Leipzig. But they beat
Werder Bremen. It was pre-Harry Kane, so,
It was pre-Harry Kane. But they beat Werder Bremen, Augsburg, and honestly, a bugaboo team, Borussia Mönchengladbach, who they have not won at in a very long time. And they beat them. 2 goals against also, so doing well defensively. And then, honestly, you look at that Bayern Munich team, that's scary. And my number 2 and 1, same as yours, Real Madrid at number 2, Manchester City at number 1, because duh.
Duh.
Honestly, it's duh. Real Madrid, they beat Athletic, Bilbao, Almeria, Celta Vigo, Getafe, 2 goals against. They're perfect in La Liga. Manchester City, they won the UEFA Super Cup against Sevilla. Perfect in the Premier League. Beat Burnley, Newcastle, Sheffield, and Fulham. And the only real little bugaboo on them is they lost to Arsenal in the Community Shield.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's to hopefully Arsenal being a bugaboo team for them for the rest of the season, but,
We hope so, my man. We hope so.
because they've been Arsenal's bugaboo team for, I don't know, like
Ever.
5 to 7 years.
Since Pep.
Long time. All right. Speaking of Pep and Manchester City, let's get on to Matchweek 5 in the English Premier League, my friend.
Oh, man, there's some good games.
There are some good games. We're going to kick it off with Liverpool and Wolves. Do Wolves even stand a chance at Anfield?
No.
Will Salah and Nunez continue their hot starts?
Probably.
And then the question that should be answered with a hell yes, but apparently Wolves think otherwise. Does Hwang Hee-chan start?
He should.
Yeah. Why he hasn't started for Wolves at all this season, I have no idea. He's their top goal scorer off the bench. I don't get it.
2 goals.
Yeah. I don't get it. Predictions, Targo. Is it anything but Liverpool?
Liverpool.
One way only.
One way only. You got it, my man. Took till week 4 for us to say that. Damn.
Damn. All right. Next up, Fulham and Luton Town. Full debuts for 2 former Arsenal players, Alex Iwobi and Albert Sambi Lukonga. No one cares.
Iwobi is probably hurt. Still.
Probably. Can Fulham return to their wow, English is hard. Can they return to their early season form after the shellacking they got from Manchester City?
Honestly, maybe if Palhinha starts. With Palhinha, I feel like they're a whole different team, man.
100%.
And if he starts, I definitely think Fulham win this game.
I think even if he doesn't, Fulham win this game.
Okay.
Because Luton Town have not impressed me at all.
They have not impressed at all. Poor Luton.
Poor Luton.
It's almost like they're playing for championship next year.
Right?
They spent all their money on their goddamn stadium.
Well, at least they'll have that forever,
They will.
All right. Next up, Tottenham and Sheffield United. Can the Blades repeat their FA Cup performance against Spurs last season, where they did beat them in the FA Cup? Or will Spurs just brush them aside with yet another magnificent attacking display?
Dude, Tottenham look good.
Yeah, they do.
Like, performance-wise,
it's good.
Performance-wise, they look almost, I'm going to say it, they look like the best team in the Premier League.
Second.
I mean, if you look at, I'm going to say performance-wise. Man City, performance-wise, have not looked the best.
I was going to go with Brighton, performance-wise.
That's going to be a game. Tottenham against Brighton. Hot damn. I can't wait for that one, but...
Yeah, it's like over under 5 goals scored. Probably over.
But damn, Tottenham look good. They're fantastic to watch. They're like my Brighton of last season almost. I look now for Tottenham games.
That's hard.
It's hard. It's so hard.
Yeah.
But it's true. They're playing that good.
Yeah.
Can they keep it up? Injuries, we'll see. I didn't want to say I'm hoping, but Arsenal fan in me is like, I'm hoping injuries come and take a toll, but they're playing well. They're fun to watch. Credit Tottenham.
Yeah. Credit Tottenham. They haven't played any real in-form sides yet.
They beat Manchester United. So,
yeah, they did. But Manchester United don't look very good.
But still, the club name has some meaning. You beat Manchester United.
Yeah. So, it's safe to say this one's going one way and one way only, huh? Tottenham Hotspur.
I gotta say Tottenham, yeah.
All right, next up, an intriguing matchup. Aston Villa.
Perfect way to say it. Intriguing.
Aston Villa against Crystal Palace. Which team will produce the form we know they're capable of? I don't know. Because Aston Villa have been all over the place this season, and Crystal Palace are still missing their best player.
Michael Olise, yeah. I'm feeling a draw.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Villa have been playing okay. And then I think the same can be said of Crystal Palace. Playing okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
They're a
I
tough
agree.
team to break down.
They are. Villa, they look good going forward until the ball gets to Ollie Watkins. And then he takes a poop on the field.
Abrici Eze, on the other hand, is not as
it's the opposite.
He's taking poops inside the goal with
Yeah.
the ball.
Yeah. I want to say draw, but because it's at Villa Park, I'm going to go with Aston Villa. Also because I put them in my top 4 for some apparent reason, and I don't know why.
Talking to Kane, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. Next up, Newcastle with the hardest schedule ever, it seems like.
They do, dude. I feel bad for Newcastle fans.
Won their first game, have lost everything since. Now they play Brentford at home. Can Newcastle recover from their poor start to the season? Or will Mbomo and Visa tear up their struggling defense?
Dude, Mbomo's been in fantastic form. But I gotta give it to Newcastle because it's at home.
Yep, St. James's Park will be a rockin'. I think this is the start of their solid form. I think they get back to it now after the 3 blips on the schedule where they played 3 big teams and lost all 3. So I'll give it to them.
So after this game, if they lose this game, for example, are they out of title contention?
I think they were already out of title contention.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about Champions League contention then?
Oh, well, at that point, it's going to be very tough, but it is very early in the season. So I won't rule them out for top 4.
It is early, but I'm just saying they're sitting in 14th.
I don't think, like, if they lose more than once between now and the end of October, yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That's already, a quarter of the season?
Well, if they lose, right now they're already 7 points out.
Yeah.
Of Champions League.
They're chasing Manchester City, so who they lost to. All right. Next up, I never thought I'd say this, 2 relegation threatened squads. Bournemouth and Chelsea.
Okay, Chelsea are in 12.
I'm kidding, obviously.
Not
can Bournemouth capitalize on Chelsea's poor finishing? I mean, they had over 22 shots last game with 3 on target and didn't score any against Nottingham Forest.
0.
Yeah.
So honestly, I'm going with this. Chelsea can't play that bad again, right?
We said that last season, and then it kept happening.
I did say that last season for about a month straight. They can't be that bad, can they?
They can't be that bad. So will this be the match where the Blues finally play like a team?
I don't think they'll play like a team, but I think they win. So I'm going with Chelsea.
Away from home too, huh? I'm gonna go draw on this one.
Raheem Sterling's the only bright spot in that whole Chelsea squad right now. At least he looks good and is trying to do something.
I will say
Enzo, to the other players.
Enzo has looked good too. He's had flashes.
Nico Jackson just needs to fucking put these chances away.
Yeah. Hit the ball down, not up, and you'll be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the draw. Next, speaking of all of these bugaboo teams, we got Everton at home against Arsenal, where they beat Arsenal last season and derailed their title challenge. Will Arsenal get revenge for the fixture that did cost them the title last season?
I don't want to say it cost them the title last season, but
it
was January?
It was the start.
It was January, February. Sean Dice's first game.
Yeah.
And they sucked.
Yeah.
I will say that. But come on, you Gooners. Get a win. You should.
And then the most important question of this entire match. Will Kai Havertz
will start,
or Fabio Vieira start?
He will. I answered it before you even had to say it. Arteta is going to start this goddamn Kai Havertz.
Yeah, well, I'm going to make
right now on the podcast.
I'm going to
make.
But
I'm holding my head in my hands.
I'm going to make an even bolder prediction. I think he'll actually do something in this game because
You think
Everton
so?
are that bad. Everton are
They are
that bad right now. I think Kai
Victor
Havertz will
looked
get
good,
an
man.
assist or
He
a
looked
goal.
good at Sheffield.
No, I just think it was two teams that looked really bad, so they combined to look like a good team. Arsenal
Two
for the
teams
win.
playing equally horribly
Yeah.
make one good team.
You play bad, I play bad. We go 2-2.
We play real good. We scored lots of goals.
Oh my god. All right. Speaking of playing real bad, Nottingham Forest plays Burnley. Nottingham Forest has not been playing real bad, but Burnley has.
They're playing real good.
Yeah. Can Burnley's defense stop Awani?
Dude, Awani! He's been on freaking fire, dude. The guy right now is on my team of the season.
Mine too.
Gosh, he's been on freaking form right now, man. Love to see it.
Probably the bigger question, can Vincent Kompany finally start playing the football he wants? I mean, he's been exposed pretty much all season, playing like
Poor
he's
guy,
still
dude.
in the championship. Not
They're in
working
last
in
place
the
right now.
EPL.
They're
If
in
he
last
plays-
place right now.
Yeah, if they keep playing like they have been, they're going to play right into Nottingham Forest's hands with the style of play that they have.
I'm going with a draw on this one.
I'm going Nottingham Forest and Awani again for the win.
Alanga, too, also been
Alanga, yeah.
tearing it up.
Yeah, they're not going to miss Brennan Johnson for very long. Let's just say that. The way they've been playing.
No.
Yeah. Okay, on to our Fab 5. Or Fab 6, depending on how you're looking at it.
5 to 6.
Yeah. Fab 5 with a bonus one. We got so many big games this weekend that are going to completely throw off our entire power rankings. It's going to happen.
Hey, Will, honestly,
We're going to start. We're
I
going to
was
start
watching-
with my number 5 and number 4. I don't. Your number what? Like 10?
10 and 3.
Number 3
So
Bayern
I was
Munich?
literally,
against Bayer Leverkusen.
I was seeing this when I was doing my power rankings. I was like, oh shit, this is going to be changed. All
Yeah.
depending on how
Yep.
this next weekend goes.
Yep, 100%. Which is why I wanted to do it now because it just segues perfectly into this entire Fab 5.
Good job,
It
my
does.
man. Good job.
It does. There's the top 2 teams in the Bundesliga table, and arguably the Bundesliga, and they play at the Allianz. Bayer Leverkusen been on fire this season, scoring goals. I mean, Victor Boniface on fire. Florian Wirtz. I mean, they've scored 11, conceded 3. Can Bayern Munich slow them down? And are Bayer Leverkusen the real deal?
I think Bayer Leverkusen are the real deal. I don't know if Bayern Munich can slow them down. Maybe. I will say, shout out to us spotting Victor Boniface for being a fantastic striker and for top teams should have been going for him because he is tearing it up in the Bundesliga. And we said that last year when he was playing for Union Saint-Gilloise.
Yep. Thank you. Good job.
And we knew he would be a good striker.
Yep.
And guess
saying
what? He
it
is.
For over 6 months.
Since last January.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's 9 months, man.
having said that, because this is at the Allianz, I am going with Bayern Munich and just the pedigree that they have with Harry Kane. I am going with Bayern, but I do think this will be a freaking fantastic game, man.
I'm so excited to watch this one, which led me into my next question was, can Bayer Leverkusen slow down this new look Bayern Munich attack? Because
I don't know, man.
they've scored
Leroy
9.
Sané.
They've scored 9 and conceded 2.
I think it could be a high-scoring affair, if I'm being honest.
I hope it is because I'm very excited.
They look
for
so
this one.
good.
I before I make my pick, I will ask you one question. Is this going to be the top 2 in the Bundesliga come the end of the season?
That's a hard one to answer, man. I want to say yes, but it's so early. So I obviously Bayern Munich will be in the top 2.
The
Why-
big question
whether-
is Bayer Leverkusen.
Yeah, it's whether Bayer Leverkusen can be there. I think Bayer Leverkusen for sure top 5, potentially top 3.
I'm gonna go for sure top 3, but I think they'll make the top 2.
Okay, well, do you have them winning this game?
No, I don't. I have Bayern Munich winning this game.
All that just to shit on them. Shitting on Bayern Munich after you talk them up so highly. Nope, you're not winning.
Harry Kane, man, he plays for Bayern Munich now. It's a whole different, this is a whole different caliber of a team. And not to mention, come January, they're going to sign Paulinho. It's going to happen. It's written in the stars. I'm sorry. This team is going to be in my top favorites for the Champions League if they get Paulinho, because it's just in time for the knockout rounds.
That's an interesting and bold prediction, man. I love it. That is a
scary proposition. Okay.
I love it. All right, man. So we have West Ham and Man City. Which is a game I didn't want to add. I'm not going to lie. Did not want to add to the Fab Five.
It's the top 2 teams in the Premier League table, man. How can it not be on here?
One of the top 2. One of the top 2.
Well, by goal differential, they're the top 2.
Okay. West Ham's a little bit, I don't want to say lucky because they've put in some good performances, but I don't think they'll be there coming into the season.
No, I don't either, but man, it's been a good season because last year at this time they were bottom of the table pretty much.
They were struggling.
Yeah. City hasn't come out of second gear all season, man. I got to say it.
Have not looked that great. Have not put in the best performances, but still managing to score 5 goals against Fulham somehow.
I don't get it. Yeah. Another big test for David Moyes' men. Can they do what they did to Brighton again? That's the big question.
It's going to be them looking out on the counterattack. Come on, Jared Bowen. That's all I can say. Mikel Antonio.
And then at the other end, can the Hammers keep Erling Haaland, first of his name, scorer of goals, destroyer of teams, winner of trophies, quiet?
Probably not. No. Honestly, what I think is the most likely is that Man City defense. I think it's almost better than their offense. As weird as that is to say. With Gvardiol,
I think you're on to something.
Akanji, Ruben Diaz, Kyle Walker. I mean, that is...
you forgot John Stones. Shit.
I forgot John Stones. I mean, that is just the definition of world-class defense.
The creme de la creme. It really is.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to score against them.
Yeah. One way and one way only.
I think it might be closer than it was obviously against Fulham, but I do think City, they're just inevitable. They're like Thanos at this point, man.
Well, who's going to be Tony Stark? That's the real question here.
Come on, Jared Bowen.
All right. Not to make things worse for Manchester United, but they play Brighton this weekend at home without 2 right wingers or 200 million in transfer business.
The real question is, who starts at center back? Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire?
I don't know, man. This game is one team comes into this one in shambles. The other one is white hot. Who is gonna get the better of this matchup in the Theater of Dreams?
Liquid hot magma.
Liquid hot magma. Are those
that
freaking
Brighton,
sharks
man.
with freaking laser beams attached to their freaking heads?
That's Brighton.
That is Brighton.
Shooting laser beams.
Manchester United look like Scotty right now.
Scotty doesn't? No.
Oh my god.
Switching movies, guys. Get on your cultural reference there.
Yeah, welcome to Brews and Banter. It seems like a matter of not if, but when Brighton will score. So how many will they score in this one?
You know what's funny? You got a good buddy, Corey, who's I know listens to the channel. You know, a good friend of yours. I'm curious how he feels about this game and matchup going up against Brighton at Old Trafford.
I feel bad for, like, almost as bad as I feel for Chelsea fans. I feel bad for Manchester United fans right now.
I feel bad for any person who has to go up against Brighton, man. Top goal scorers in the Premier League. So they're going to score. They're going to.
Yeah.
It's how many do they concede?
Yeah, that's the thing. I guess the only bright spot to talk about Man United is, does Rasmus Højlund get his full debut in this one?
I hope so, because they look much better with him. He looked
better.
Pretty damn good coming on against Arsenal. And then obviously you have the only other threat in Marcus Rashford.
I mean, you got Garnacho, who probably starts this one, but he's looked very ineffective as a starter. And
He
very
has,
good
man, which is so surprising. He looks so good coming off the bench, but damn, as a starter, doesn't do anything.
And then maybe an Ansu Fati debut for Brighton in this one.
Ooh, that could be tasty.
Who you got, Targo?
Duh, Brighton.
Duh, me too.
Sorry, Man United.
Poor Manchester United, I'm sorry, but I'm really not.
You've played terribly this season, and everyone knows it.
Yeah. So, for the rest of this, we're going to go away from the Premier League because it's not quite as obvious. And we're going to start with the derbies of all derbies.
One of the
Derby
best.
della Madonnina. Inter against AC Milan. Both teams with 3 wins out of 3 coming into this one. Inter haven't allowed a goal, but AC Milan looks so good going forward. Can they get one past Jan Sommer?
I don't know. Because they're both perfect in Serie A, first and second, so I'm going with a draw.
Okay.
That's the most logical choice, right? I don't know.
One would think. I'm more impressed with this new partnership of Lautaro Martinez and Marcus Thuram.
Dude, he has been bopping in the goals.
Lautaro Martinez with 5 goal involvements this season. I dare say it. Is Martinez and Thuram better than Lukaku and Martinez?
Duh. It's more Njeko. I think it's a question than...
Okay, that too. I think it's better than the last 2 or 3 years, any combo they've had up there.
I don't know, that Alexis Sanchez, Lukaku, Martinez.
That was a lot longer than 3 seasons ago.
Was that longer? Damn, that was sexy attack when they won the league.
But I will say Alexis Sanchez does still play for them. So he did sign for them. He doesn't
still play for them. He came back to play for them.
He now plays again for them. I'm picking Inter to win this game.
You're picking Inter, okay?
Yes.
Well, you're wearing the Inter colors and that blue and black, even though it's an Arsenal jersey.
It's technically blue and blue. I know you can't tell, but
it looks blue and black.
Yeah, I used to have one, and I'm gonna pick them anyways. All right, next up, Real Madrid finally faces a team that will give them a run for their money in Real Sociedad.
Oh, Sociedad, huh?
Yes. Will Real have to rely on Jude Bellingham's heroics yet again? Or
probably.
Can Take Kubo continue his hot streak? He's 4 for 4 with Man of the Match awards.
Damn.
Yeah.
Decent.
Yeah.
That's decent.
Who's going to score the goals in this one? That's the real question.
Well, if it's for Real Madrid, it has to be Jude Bellingham or Rodrigo. One would think. So that's what I'm going with. Jude Bellingham or Rodrigo.
I mean, Sociedad, they got their first win of the season last time out against Granada. They had 3 draws to start the season. I'll be honest with you, I'm going for another one. Jude Bellingham with another winner.
Oh, Jude Bellingham. Killing it, dude. Making La Liga look easy.
All right, back to Serie A, and we got another big one. We got Juventus against Lazio. Juve's been in impressive form this season. Lazio just beat Napoli last time out. They've also lost to Genoa and Lecce. So they've been all over the place. Which team will we get?
Which Lazio team you gonna get?
It's like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Lazio really misses Milinkovic-Savic in this one. They have all season. Juve's midfield's looking solid.
Also, got to give a shout out to Federico Chiesa, man, scoring a couple goals in the last couple games, looking like that old self from Euro.
He did get sent home from the Italy camp because apparently he wasn't fit to play. So
good. We don't want him playing for Italy. We want him playing for Juve, man, scoring goals.
Yeah,
because the guy's always freaking hurt.
Who you got in this one?
I like the answer you have here, man. You tell me first.
Well, Juve is called the old lady, so I'm going to go with old lady parts to win this one.
I will also agree with old lady parts.
What a way to conclude an episode, my friend.
I know. I think we're going the same for all of our 5 games. Literally.
You picked a draw for AC Milan and Inter. I picked Inter.
That's the only difference.
That's the only difference.
So that bring us to the end of this episode, man. What an episode it was. It's fun.
It is fun.
We hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know if you didn't, but we won't respond. So only let us know if you did enjoy it.
Yeah. I hope you guys are having as much fun as we are. Till next time, guys.
As always, we love you. Thank you for listening or watching. Cheers.
Cheers.